Good morning. I'm on a minute early just to make sure everybody can find me. Welcome to Bailey's and Tea Saturday. As you hop on, say hello. We'll just give it a second because Facebook has been being weird the last couple weeks, and a few have commented that it's hard to find. So welcome. Hopefully your Saturday morning is going well. I'm just hanging out, having tea. I was just upstairs chit-chatting with my in-laws. They just got back from a safari trip, so we were chatting with them. So if you're out there, say hello. So today we're going to talk about, I'll remind you, on the 10th, your paper pumpkin, this one here, the best there is yet, which is actually also pinned at the top of my Facebook page so that you know all the details about it. I think it's pinned. I'll check afterwards. I'm pretty sure I pinned it. I do know I posted it in the feed. So, and then you can get the add-on dies for this kit and next month's as well. They are still available, and we actually are going to use these today. So you're going to see a different idea of where you can use those after the fact if you happen to pick those up. All right, I don't see anybody coming on, but you guys are, it's early morning for some of you, so you might still be finding your coffee and finding your way to a computer or something so that you can watch me. So cheers to Bailey's and Tea, welcome. If you've never been before and you're new around here, I'm Shanna. I'm the creator and designer for carrottopscreativeco. And you are in my studio. Every Saturday we join together to create, chat, and just catch up from the week. And I show you some goodies because that's what I'm here to do and inspire you. So our new catalog went live May the 1st and it is gorgeous. So we talked about it last week. Here it is. There's Rhonda. Good morning. Glad you found me this week. And so we're going to touch on a few things this week, which are the in colors. I'm going to show them to you if I haven't already. I can't remember. The weeks just blend together. And then we're going to have a little play with one of the collections, which is called Unbounded Beauty, or the whole collection. Yeah, that's what the whole collection is called. I'm just looking in the catalog here. So it'll be between pages 52 and 55 is the lovely suite that I'm going to show you. So we will flip you down to my desk, and I think I fixed the problem of the, I got a new phone a while ago now, but it's one of the newer ones that's titanium, so it's very, very heavy. So I think I figured out how it's dropping my, my arm, and that's why last week you kind of got closer and closer, and then you couldn't see what I was doing. So I've kind of rigged up a little chopstick fix to that, and hopefully this week we won't be dropping in on my desk, although that's not a bad thing. You can drop in on my desk anytime. All right, so look away if you get dizzy, and I'll flip you around and we'll get started on today's project. You're gonna see a little sneak peek. There we go. So we'll see if it'll hold it for 2 seconds, and I'm just gonna get my stool out of the way so I can stand up. All right, so on my desk, you're going to see the Starter Kit Special. If you are not a demonstrator and you have been thinking about it, or you have a very long list in the new book, then this might be the deal for you. And I did have somebody join just out of the blue yesterday, so I'm so happy for that. And my little team is growing one by one, and she took advantage of this special. So here are the beautiful new in colors. So Pretty in Pink, Peach Pie, Shy Shamrock, Summer Splash, and Petunia Pop. I'm quite favorable to this Petunia Pop right now. So that is them. You would have gotten this little bookmark in your catalog special if I mailed one out to you. And if you still need one and don't have a demonstrator near you, or you know, you want to deal with me, then I'm happy to send one out, and you'll get a little goodie package that will include all of that stuff. As well as, so with this bundle of products that they are giving, which you're going to get for free, you're going to get all the in color markers. You're going to get all of the stamp pads, so full-size stamp pads, not no skinny little Stampin' Spots. All of them. And then you are also going to get a mixed bundle of all of the cardstock pieces. I can't remember how many's in there, 4 maybe. And then the paper that I showed you last week, this gorgeous 6x6 mixed pack, is also going to come in that bundle of products that you're going to get. So it's $112.75 value that you're getting for free on top of the $165 in product that you get to choose whatever you want. It's all your decision. You get to choose what you want, which is awesome, right? So if you're on the fence about that, you have any questions, just ask and I'm happy to steer you in the right direction. All right, so let's jump into the bundle here. So as I said, it's on page 52 to 55. It is absolutely gorgeous. Here are some samples of what the creators have made for us to look at. And then it's actually like a super bundle. So it's got 2 stamp sets, 2 die sets. It's got the resin dots. It's got some glitter paper. And then it's got the lovely designer series paper. So in color dots, resin dots are not going to be available again until May the 13th, but they are the week of, they're coming back. And good news, if you're an embossing powder lover, those are going to be available the week of June the 3rd. So we've just gotten confirmation on that. And so this bundle, I will note, the whole collection is not available to purchase as a one number. So that Suite Collection number at the top here that we use to just get everything on these 2 pages is not available currently at the moment because these in color dots are not available, but you can still purchase all the products separately. You'll just have to get those dots later. So we've got this gorgeous photopolymer floral set. Just going to make sure the light's not creating too much of a shadow there. It's got some great little addition builder pieces, and then it's got the filler. These darker images fill into these lighter images, and it's just wonderful. And then we've got these gorgeous dies. So you've got a bunch of flowers that you can cut out in a strip, which is amazing. Thank you to the designer who did that. You've got some great sprigs, which you'll see on my cards in a moment. And then you've got some greenery, and that will cut out the stamped image of this one here. Then you've got a cutout for the leaves. You've got a cutout for these little flowers here that you can layer. And of course, those flowers that are here. So these ones here. You've got cutouts for all that. So most of the stamp set is covered in the die set with these extra little flowers, which is gorgeous. So that's the flowers and beauty in there. And then we've got the sentiment suite. That is the, or bundle, sorry. That's Unbounded Love, and it's got some great sentiments that you can use for pretty much anything. So if you need a sentiment set, this is a good one. And then we've got the dies that go with it. So I've made a little cutout so that I can show you what they all do. But look at this. Look at them all. There's tons of them that match up with those sentiments. So I've created most of them here. Well, I have created most of them. So these ones are sort of the solid images. So they kind of do 2 different things, these dies, and they're really neat. So you've got some great solid ones. And then if we flip over these ones, so this one right here, will cut out 2 pieces. So you kind of got a frame to go around it, as well as this little scallopy one here. And then you've got extra leaves to layer onto this to kind of create a 3-dimensional sort of look, if that's what you like, as well as little sprigs of flowers that you can layer onto this circle one as well. And then this one, you could use this as a sentiment piece. I put it here as like an additional. It may not be your thing, but it kind of looks like, you know, like a little pow thought bubble window thing is kind of what I thought of when it cut out. And then it comes out of the center of this one. So you've got some great sentiment pieces there that you can use for every card that you make. Isn't that lovely? And then we've got the shimmer paper. So I made up some, I'll show you some samples first here. I made up some in color cards that I mailed out with my catalogs and stuff like that to give a sampling. So here is that glimmer paper, and it comes in every one of the in colors, and you get a sheet of each in the package. And then I've just paired it up with the matching resin dots. That's one of the greetings out of the Unbounded Love Suite, and one of the die cuts as well. So they're very, very simple, done in every color to kind of show you the beautiful glimmer paper. Isn't that pretty? Oops, I've lost a resin dot there. Oh, it fell down in underneath there. That's the pretty in pink, and then you've got your peach pie. Aren't those pretty? Nice and simple, and that leaf floral kind of sprig that's in the die set for the Flowers of Beauty is just gorgeous. I love it. And then, of course, paired up with linen thread. So what do you think? You like those? Are those pretty, Rhonda? You like those? So the card that we're going to make today is, let me just clear some, oh, I got to show you the paper too. One more, and then, of course, don't forget, we're looking at in colors, but we also have our new basic beige. So it's kind of a little, if you've been around a while, it's kind of like in between Sahara Sand, which we just lost recently, and like a crumb cake almost, like not quite that rusticy, but it's really, really nice. Gorgeous color. It takes on kind of like a greeny, olivey sort of when you stamp it. So yeah, I'm having some fun playing with that. So this is the Unbounded Beauty 12x12 Designer Series paper. It's got some gorgeous colors in it. Berry Burst, Calypso Coral, Peach Pie, Petunia Pop, Pretty in Pink, Pretty Peacock, Shy Shamrock, and Summer Splash. So you'll see a lot of that coloring in this piece here. Really, probably all of it. I love this, and this is the one we're going to use today. It's got some nice green on the back. This one's kind of fun. You can see like birthday balloons and stuff like that. Kind of looks like a fun sky, a cloudy sky. This one's kind of fun, kind of like a cheetah print. And peach pie, and then we've got this lovely floral piece. So these are just gorgeous. And another one of those muddled sort of pieces. Those would be great cut out of like leaves and stuff for fall as well. So this paper can kind of take you through spring, summer, and fall with either side, depending on which side you love. Little bouquet of flowers. You could fussy cut those out. The dies do not match up with that, but you could cut them. Just a lovely pattern. We had a strawberry paper in Celebration, I think it was last year, maybe the year before, that kind of had like these types of leaves and this sort of coloring in it. You may still have that in your stash. And then this one here with that lovely floral and then a nice sort of muddled. So if you don't like sort of the busy pattern on one side, you've always got the other side that is very, very neutral and still usable. So let's jump into the card. So when I started, whoops, let me throw my stuff around here. So when I started, there's the card we're going to create. I was having a little slump of ideas this week. So I went to the catalog and I just kind of flipped through. So this is also an idea book that you can use because it's got great ideas on like every page, right? So it may be the layout or something that you like and you want to change up the colors. So that's kind of what I did. So I went to page 40 and I looked at this card here, which I just loved. And I went, I can recreate that with what I'm using today. So that's what I've done. So use this book as inspiration. Like there's tons of fun layouts here and you can just go through it and you can pick out whatever you want. You can case from the actual page of the product and case a card and make that as well. Good morning, Yvonne. So this is the card that we're going to recreate together. And we're going to use those dies from the Paper Pumpkin subscription. So you do have to be a subscriber to get these. But if you're not and you do want them, I can always order them from you and slip them in the mail to you in my next order. And we'll get them to you. So page 40 is where that inspiration came from today in the catalog, if you are looking to recreate it again. And then I've just stamped some flowers. So I brought in the little floral image from Thoughtful Expressions, which now has moved over into the online exclusives area on my shop. So if you're looking for it, it did not leave us. It is still here. It's just moved into a different area to shop from. All right, so I brought in my, we'll just kind of rearrange here so that we keep on screen and you can see what I'm doing. So I brought in my, what's this one? Summer Splash paper, and or cardstock, I should say, and I've gone ahead and cut this out. So what I did was I cut a 3-inch strip, 3x12 of the Designer Series paper, and I just took the die from here and bring these out so you can see them just as slightly better than in the packaging. My tape is wearing off. I've just taken this lovely die set. So if you don't have these, our Nested Essentials dies also have sort of these weird shaped dies in it that you could use, and then you could use a different sentiment, but that's where I brought them from. So I've just gone ahead and down that strip, I cut out a bunch of these square-ish things. I don't even know what they're called. And then on the ends, I had a little bit at the end. I just cut some little extra pieces that I'm going to use sort of on these corners and cut off. So you're going to use every bit of that 3-inch strip that you have, and you're going to make these shapes, whatever they are. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to put my first one down, and I'm going to kind of not put it sort of in the middle because I do want some hangover going on that will trim off, and then I'm just going to build across. Now, if you are somebody who doesn't line things up straight or has a little bit of problem, I'm just going to turn down the light just a little bit there, see if you can see that better. Just waiting for it to catch up on my screen. You may want to use just a ruler and then put that there to line it up, or you can also use your grid paper. I'm pretty good about eyeballing, so I don't use that, but if you do have some issues, you may want to use that. So we're going to get a little hangover on this end, and every card will be different depending on sort of where you start that center one. And then we're just going to fill in. And then the pieces that you cut off, you're going to use to fill in the empty spaces in other areas. So you won't have any wastage. You will use up that 3-inch piece that you cut originally. Isn't it a great idea, Rhonda? Or are you referring to going through the catalog and looking at ideas? You probably like both, knowing you. All right, so let's just trim these off, and then we'll fill in our little areas that we have with our extra pieces. And then we'll do a little haircut again. So this is a good way to use up your scraps, obviously, and this one I'm going to actually put down here. So what are y'all getting up to today? Your quilt making for, yes, this is kind of like a quilt for sure, Yvonne. I totally agree. So we'll do, ooh, that one's like the perfect piece. All right, so now we'll do another little haircut. Bring me back to my, when I was in hair school days. We did not cut hair like this, just randomly hack it off. All right, there we go. And then we'll fill in, get that off my hand. We'll fill in our little pieces with what we have left. We just have to find the perfect piece. It's like doing a puzzle. Any of you puzzle makers out there? Well, hi, Glenda. Happy birthday in Mexico. I didn't expect you to be on this morning. Aren't you off having fun, doing some fun adventures? And then we'll use this little piece down here. Thank you for joining us this morning. All right, so we'll cut all that off. Now we've got a beautiful card front, right? I do have a little bit of extra space there, but that's okay. We'll work with it. I didn't line that one up exactly where I probably should have, but all good. So then I've gone ahead and I've cut out another one of those squares with the Paper Pumpkin Thanks and Beyond dies. And that's going to be sort of our sentiment piece. So I'll take you back to the sample card here, 2 seconds. This is where I got my idea, was this card right here on page 40 of the catalog. So then I thought I'm going to use the thanks. So I've cut that in Shy Shamrock, and we're just going to layer that on. And then I've pre-colored a bunch of the little sprig from the Thoughtful Expressions. And I've actually, if you remember it from the beginning, it has this little sprig that kind of goes off to the side. I've actually cut that off. So I've just taken my scissors, so it normally would look like that. I've just taken my scissors and sliced right up the stem and cut that off so that I can use that as a little layering piece as well. You're just packing. Then you head out at wee 100 hours. Hopefully you have no travel problems on this trip, getting home and flight delays. It's nice and sunny in Edmonton. I don't think you're flying through this way. Usually you go Calgary for some weird reason. All right, then we're going to use my favorite linen thread. You know how I love my linen thread. And we didn't get any sort of threads in the in colors this time around. So you have to stock up on your linen thread because that's your options. We have some nice jute twine in the last year's in colors, which of course are still current, but they don't match these bright fun colors. And I didn't order the bordered ribbon because, well, I did order it in the basic beige because I thought it's nice and neutral, but because they looked quite large. So I'll make my decision once I get that basic beige one on whether I'm going to order the in color ones as well. Although you can always cut them in half, right? We love that trick of cutting our linen, or not our linen thread, our ribbons in half and getting some extra length out of that. We'll just get that in the right position of where I want it. And I've kind of crisscrossed my twine as well. You're to the airport at 5:30 and you fly at 9:30 to Vancouver. Oh, you're going straight? Awesome. I know we can get straight flights right to Mexico from WestJet here in Edmonton. Why I'm not on one is beyond me. Oh my goodness. Hey, we're so overwintered. Now you saw last week that it snowed here. Can you believe it? Well, I can. I've been here, 8 years now. Usually till May long weekend we could have snow, and we can even have snow over May long weekend. So when I missed the coast. All right, so we've just put that down on some dimensionals, and then we're going to build our little thanks. So we've got our thanks again in Shy Shamrock. Make sure I'm staying on screen here. If I go out of whack, you let me know. I can see that my phone is not falling, so I must have fixed I'll have to take a picture of my little hack of what I did to, you guys will laugh at me. But hey, you use what you got in your craft room, right? And I had some chopsticks. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to just layer this in behind. And I'm going to use my little cutoffs as well. Because why not? We want to use up everything, right? I'm just going to adjust this a little bit. I thought this was so cute. And I don't have the stamp set that obviously I got my inspiration from yet. It's on its way. My order is coming. I'm hoping it'll come early, but it's supposed to be here on the 14th. And then I have to prep like a mad woman for our creative carnival. So I did mention that I'm joining a bunch of other local Edmonton demonstrators. So we've got Sherry Roth, Trisha Shalo, we've got Karen Duke will be there, Donna Wasinski, I think is how you say her last name, Winona, there's a bunch of us. I haven't done the post yet. I have to do that today. So if you're in the Edmonton area on June the 2nd, which is a Sunday, we're having a get-together to show you all of the new products. And we're each going to have a display. So mine's with the wildly flowering. So that one that I took my inspiration from, this one here, will be my suite that I'm doing. So yeah, or if you know anybody out here that you think would enjoy it, let me know. I will, I promise. I think I said I would do it last week, just didn't get around to it. I promise I will post the link that you can register. Cutoff for the makeup take is on May the 17th, so I will get that posted so that if you wanted to do the make and takes, you still can. All right, so we've got that down. I've left some stems kind of sticking out, and we've got some white behind there, and that I'm okay with that. If you're not, you may want to trim that off. And this thanks kind of moves around a little bit, so you just want to make sure that it looks straight. And we'll just stick that down, and I don't have a little block here to hold it down. So we'll just let that stick for a second, and then we'll color our inside pieces. So I just took my stamping blends in the lighter colors of all of the in colors, and I'm just going to color the images. So I just kind of stamped, and to get this, I kind of just moved it around so that I got the little edges as well as the full branch. So that was Shy Shamrock. I'm missing comments here. Oh, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. All right, and then I'm gonna bring in some petal pink, or not petal pink, sorry, pretty and pink. My brain is still not registered the new colors, even though I've been using them for, I don't know, a couple weeks now, because I'm also creating in color samples. So this was perfect that I picked this suite to use this week, because it has a lot of the in colors. So a lot of the colors that I've created will be on our display for the new in colors at Creative Carnival as well. Good morning, Wendy. Welcome. Hope you're on the mend, my girl, with your shingles. All right, and then what else did I use? Oh, I only had 3. Let's do, because I'm partial to this petunia pop right now, let's do another petunia pop. So you also could do the bottom row of the inside as well. I had a misstamp on the other side, so you flip it over and you use the other side, right? It was late at night when I was creating this card. So we will put the inside in, making sure we have our nice border around the edge. So that's our inside done. And there's our outside. Is it not cute? And then I use the shimmer gems actually on this card. So let me grab them because I have the wrong ones out on my table. Uh-oh, where are they? There they are. But you could also use the resin dots that are part of this suite. As you can see, I've been using them up, and I haven't been able to get them. You are in the mend. Awesome, Wendy. I'm so happy. As you know, I did also have shingles a couple years ago. It is not fun. All right. I had a very mild case, so I can be thankful that it wasn't like everyone else has described, or like you see on the commercials. I'm like, was that really shingles? People don't believe me that I actually had it because I had such a mild case. All right, and that is our card. Is it not beautiful? You love it? You could also put Happy Mother's Day on there, and this would be a great Happy Mother's Day card too. And then, of course, I've just put a stamped image of the little sprig on there. So someone will win this card. In the comments, I will do a draw. So last week's winner, I did a draw for. So if you remember the card that we did last week, that lovely wreath, Holly is our winner. And I don't think I've seen Holly on this morning. She must be off busy shopping for flowers and whatever else she does on the weekends. So I will mail that off to you, Holly, if you watch the replay. Congrats. And then I will show you some extra samples. So this one we did make last week as well, but it has all the in colors in it. So I just thought I'd bring it back in as a reminder. Isn't that pretty? And that's using last year's 6x6 paper. So if you have some of that 6x6 sort of patterned paper, this was part of that pattern. And then this one was a sample that was online with the Happy Little Thoughts stamp set. So this is an online exclusive, but I've brought in the in color papers in the striped pattern and put that in behind there. And then those are 2 sentiments that are actually in that set. And then I've gone ahead and just dotted it up with those resin dots. And then this little star image thing is also in the stamp set. I'll grab it here and show you. In case you've missed it, it is lots of fun. It's got some little sayings, and then it's got some layering ones, and then you can stamp inside the outlines. And then there's those little stars. And then it also comes with 2 little die banners, which is fun too. Even if you just got the die banners, helps you have a little banner for those little sentiments. And that one is fun. And then on page 53, so in the area where we found the suite, I recreated one of the samples that the artisans or concept designers have done. So this is a pretty slimline card. And then those are the banners. So we showed you in the die set where this one creates a border, and then you've got that extra little piece. So that's where those little border things came from. Isn't that pretty? So which one's your favorite? Tell me in the comments. So far, what's your favorite? And does anyone have any questions about what I've used today to show you our lovely sort of patchwork card that we made? Wendy says it's pretty. Yes, it is, Wendy. I agree. Very, very pretty. No questions? All right. Well, I am going to sign off then. I thank you all for dropping in this morning to create with me and chitty chat, and it's so nice to see you. And I'm going to run off and do some chores and stuff. And you like bottom left, like the credit one? Awesome. Patchwork one. Awesome, you guys. You love them all. I know you're going to say that. So, the wreathy one. This one's kind of wreathy. Yeah, it is kind of wreathy. So what was I going to say? I went off track. Tomorrow you'll have inspiration with this bundle, with the stamp set primarily, with my scrapbook page. So if you're a scrapbooker, check that out. That'll post at 11 o'clock. And then watch the replay if you weren't here, and make sure to comment so that you can be entered in to win and receive this card from me in the mail. And I will see you back next week with something fun. I don't know where I put my notebook to look and see what we're creating with, but you know I always bring you some fancy inspiration. And I hope you all have a wonderful Saturday. We're off to swimming with the dog, or one dog, and so that should be fun. Have a wonderful Saturday. I will see you next week, if not in between. And take care, everyone. Thanks for stopping in. Paper hugs. Bye-bye.